Something we did on this particular trip to Europe is something we've never done on any of our previous trips to Europe and our previous time in Rome. And that's see a proper football match. Now, by football, to those of you on this side of the pond, I mean soccer. We're going to be staying a few days in Rome, so we decided to see if there was a possibility we could catch a football match while we were there, and we got lucky because one of the final matches of the season was between Lazio, the home side in Rome, and Juventus, two of the biggest teams in Serie A, who at that time were equal on points, both fighting for that fourth place position to qualify for Europa League. So this was a huge game, huge. And we were able to secure tickets through StubHub. Never used StubHub before. We were a little bit nervous about it because you quite literally have to wait until pretty much the day before your event to get the tickets, sometimes the day of before they show up in your inbox and your email, but luckily everything went smoothly there. But what didn't go smoothly is we were supposed to see that game on May 11th, and it actually got pushed forward to May 10th. So the day we arrived in Rome, we had to kind of get settled in, get ready, get changed, and make our way to Stadio Olimpico to see this game. And that's part of what makes seeing a football match in Europe special, is that the thrill of it actually begins before you go, right? The walk to the stadium is packed with fans from both sides, and you can begin to feel the energy on your way there. We entered the stadium a good 30 to 40 minutes before the game began, and the energy was already ramped up in the stadium. I'm going to share some clips with you from both before, during, and after the game so you get a feel for it yourself. But the fans began singing on the way to the stadium, and before the game actually started, Amy turned to me and said, "This is absolutely incredible," and the game hadn't even begun yet. And this would be Amy's very first time seeing a professional football match, especially in Europe, right? And it absolutely blew her away. It's a much more impactful experience than what you get from sports here in North America. Don't get me wrong, I love to go and watch like a hockey game or a American football game here because the sport itself is high intensity, right? But the fan experience doesn't come close to what you experience in Europe, or I would say probably in, say, South America as well, although I've never seen a football match there. It will be something we do next time we go to South America. But the fans aren't as fanatical as they are in Europe, and a big part of that is because the teams have a more local following than what we have here, right? Generally here in North America, your professional sports franchises are all connected to major cities, and you don't have much of a grassroots following for, say, the developmental leagues, or even especially in Canada, college and university teams. The States is different, like college, university football and such is huge, but it still doesn't have that local feel that you get in Europe, where a sport like soccer with the relegation system means that you could follow your small team and watch them grow to the point where they're playing against the best teams in your particular country at the top division. A good example of that is if you follow the Wrexham show with Ryan Reynolds, then you'll have seen them progress up through the different leagues to the point where they are now a step away from the Premiership, right? So it's that fanatical following and that feeling that you get regardless of the team size in Europe that makes all the difference. And because of that, and because of the importance of this game, it was absolutely fantastic. And this game, we couldn't ask for more. We really couldn't. To give you a quick sum up of what happened in this game, because that's not what this video is about. It's really about you should go see a football match when you're in Europe, even if you're not a football fan. But in this particular game, the first half, Lazio had the better chances, but the first half ended 0-0, which is kind of what I expected because of the importance of this game. Neither team wanted to really make a mistake.
So it's halftime. How are you feeling?
So far as what I expected. It's a very close game. Both teams have had chances, but nothing outstanding. They're playing safe but opportunistic football. But I think in the second half we'll open up, we'll see a goal or two.
Okay. Who do you got?
I kind of want the home team to win because
Yeah.
the crowd is heavily favoring Lazio.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
But then, because this game is so important, you knew that both sides were going to push in the second half to try and get the win. And Juve actually capitalized first. They had a beautiful cross to a header. It was Colomuani, I believe, who scored for Juventus. It's like the 51st minute or something that goal happened. And it wasn't shortly after that, it was within 10 minutes of play after that, that Juventus had Pierre Kalulu sent off with a red card through VAR. It was actually an infraction that happened sort of behind the play. Everyone could see it but the ref because it was behind play, but of course VAR allowed him to take a closer look and give him the red card. And since that point, it was really Lazio's game, pressing and pressing and pressing, trying to get the equalizer. And they even had a penalty awarded, but then called again offsides due to VAR, where they saw a somewhat controversial, but I would agree, offside position that waved away that penalty. But the actual equalizer happened in the second last minute of extra time. Like, it couldn't happen any more dramatically than that, and the crowd just absolutely erupted, and I'll share that too. So this game had everything. Most importantly, it left such an impression on us that the next time we're in Europe, we're going to do our damnedest to try and book another game with whatever team we happen to be at. Keep in mind, neither Amy nor I are Lazio or Juventus fans. We're not. But by the end of that game, we're kind of Lazio fans because the energy of that stadium it's infectious. Next time you're in Europe, do yourself a solid, book a match, go see a European football match and experience what we were lucky enough to experience last time we were there.